Hello guys, I welcome you to my YouTube channel. My name is Edward Amakon. I'm a graphic designer and a content creator. So on this channel, we provide and guide you on hands step by step on how to design a church flyer like this. So this is an amazing flyer, and so I'm going to walk you through step by step on how to design this using Photoshop. So stay glued to the end of this video, and I'm going to leave a link in the description for you to have access to the images and also the background as well as the font. And I will leave out the PSD file for this amazing flyer. All right, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button and press on the notification bell in order for you to be notified anytime I drop a new video. And so without wasting my time, let's start. All right guys, so first thing that we have to do is to select our document for the design. And this is a social media flyer, and so we are going to just use the social media size for this particular design. So let's go to file or control N for new. So once your new document pops up, we just have to, you can name the size as prophetic maybe design, or prophetic all night, depending on how you want to. And then make sure you set your unit to pixels, and we are using 1080 by the width, 1080 by the height. Resolution, leave it to 300. The color mode is RGB. And once everything in the background is white, once we are okay with everything, go ahead and click on create, and then this is your new document. Okay, so Control 0 to make sure that it is fit. You can activate your rulers if you want to. If you need the rulers, come to view and then come to Control R or the rulers here. Okay, now what we have to do is to bring in our background or create the background. So let's go to the resources, which I will give it to you. I will leave a link in the video description. Just go there, click, and then you will have access to this particular design or this particular background. So the first thing that we are bringing in is the download. I got these images from Pinterest, so drag it and bring it to Photoshop. I am using Photoshop 2021. So once it is in, double click to accept. Let's go in again, come here again, and then drag it to Photoshop, and then here we go. Then we are going to make sure that you just click on any of the edges and make sure it is up to the edges, or you zoom to fit, or you expand it so that it will fit up. Then double click to accept. Let's go here, and then let's leave it the blending mode to normal. Come to the church background, right click, rasterize it, go and select your eraser tool. Okay, now if you see this plus icon, it means your caps lock is on. Turn it off, and yes, I think the size is okay for me. And then I would try to brush the edges off. So I need something like this for my design, which is absolutely okay. So if you look at this, this is what I'm looking for. Okay, so once you are okay with the background, go ahead, select the two background, click on Control G to group, double click to name it. So background, let's name it as background, and that is it. So you can lock the background for your save. Okay, just come to the layer panel here. You see the lock here. If you click, you've locked it. There is no way it is going to worry you. So in the next step, we are going to bring in the text. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring in our fonts and then the text. Okay, so we are using only 3 fonts. We are using B-bars. So the first one is B-bars. Okay, so I will select, and then the text tool. Please, anytime you are using the text tool, make sure that you have activate your character. Okay, so for you to activate character, come to Windows and then look for character. Yes, so once you have your character, you will be able to control the size of the font and everything. All right, so let's start. So this is prophetic or night. Okay, and then we are going to increase the size of the font. So once we are done, let's go and select our move tool, position it well, you can also activate your rulers. Okay, so for you to do that, come to view and then come to rulers, Control R for short, and then with the ruler you can change the measurement. Right click, you can change the measurement to your preferable unit. So I want it to be in percent, so I will do that, and then I'll bring it somewhere here in order for me to check the position of the text. And then I can also bring this here, so prophetic all night, and then come to your character. You see the A/A here, the auto, you can close it. Okay, I don't like the spacing between the prophetic and then the all night, so I can close it up a little bit, and then try to increase the font as well. Preferably you can choose 36 for that, if that is fine. And then I can open up the space, bring it down a little bit, and then we can copy this. Control, you can just select alternate or alt on the keyboard and then move it. You've copied, double click it, and then let's pick visual. Okay, and this time around we are going to use a font called disabled demo. Okay, I'm going to leave the link in the description. All right, then with this, let me shift the ruler up to 2 a little bit, or let me remove it. Okay, so let me bring this up a little bit, close this. Okay, and then let's change the color of this prophetic all night. I used, go to FX, okay, the layer panel, and then go to gradient overlay, and with the gradient overlay, let me position it here. Come to your gradient color. I'm going to give you the hex code, so we are using this particular one. All right, so you just have to select any of these hex codes. Just come to your resources, okay, or I will leave a link in the description to download this particular gradient. Okay, resources boy blue gradient. All right, I will leave a link in the description, and then once you click on, you come and choose this particular one. Okay, now when you choose it, let me give you the hex code. So the first one is 4276DE, 4276DE, and then the second one is also 1946CAD, 194CAD, and then the last one, which has to do with 070C2C, 070C2C. Once you are done, go ahead and click on the new here. You can save it, or better still leave it, and then when you come here, you can click on reverse. Okay, I want to reverse it, which is fine for me, and then come and click on the visual, go to FX, the same thing, go to gradient overlay, and then that one too, I will leave a link description for you to download the red gradient, this one. Okay, and with the red gradient, we are going for either this is too much, so let's pick this, or I will leave a link in the description for you to have access to that, but I have saved it here. Okay, so the first one, 480002, 480002, and then the second one is 9001, 900001. Okay, and then the last one is CC0100, CC00100. So I'm going to leave a link in the description to download all these gradients. Okay, so once you are done, this one we are not reversing it, so go back and then click on tick the reverse. Then when you are done, everything is okay, go ahead and click OK. So this is what you have, and then we are going to bring in the Friday, the dates. Okay, so it is Friday next week as I'm recording the video, Friday 7th March 9:30. All right, so you go and select your shape tool, select the rectangular tool, and then pick any of the colors. Choose any color of your choice, bring it here, and then you draw your line here, somewhere here. Once you are done, click on OK, position it very well, and then we are going to select the text tool again, and this one is going to be the demo. Okay, so change the fonts to Bebas back. We are using the Bebas throughout, and then let's select the font size and then bring it somewhere here, and this is going to be 9:30 p.m. okay, and let's change the font size to 16, then the regular to bold, or better still, let's change the font to Monstrat, or we can leave it like that. If we want to, we can also leave it like that. Press on alternate copy, and this is going to be Friday, 7th March. That's all. Okay, then bring it here. So I want to align my work. So alignment in design is very, very important. Okay, so let me select everything here and bring it somewhere down. That is absolutely beautiful. And then let me bring this up here. So let me change the font of this date. Okay, and pick Monstrat. I'm also going to leave a link in the description. Then select 14, which is quite okay for me. And then let me select this. This is going to be the venue. Press on alternate copy, bring it here. Okay, and this is going to be the church premises. You can put in your own church venue there. Okay, but for the sake of this design, I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, so here is the Transformation Hall International Center for Prayer. So that is it. So we are going to leave it like church premises. So we're going to use regular for that. Okay, for the sake of this. So I'm going to align the time together with the shape. Okay, alignment is very, very important. And then we're going to select the shape, go to gradient again, and this time around I'm also going to give you the gradient color. Okay, so let's select this. The first one is FF3C00, FF3C00, and then the last one has to do with FFD200, FFD200. Okay, so when you are done, click on OK, and then I change the color of the time to white, and then select the extra bold, which is okay. So this is going to be the church, and then I can increase the font for the visual night. Now when everything is set here, you can press on alternate and then shift it to copy, and this is going to be the name of the church. Okay, for the sake of this particular design, that's why I'm not using the name of the church. Okay, over here, so just press on this. So here is going to be the name of the church, of your preferred church, and this is going to be, you're going to change the font to Monstrat. Let's be present, and with the present we are using light. Okay, and then we are reducing the font size to somewhere like 6, and then we are going to use the VA to space it out. So let's use 5 rather to space everything out, and this, yeah, for that. So let me align everything. Select the name of the church, the time, everything. Let's align everything here. Alignment is very, very important. Okay, let me select the everything here. Very good. All right, so once I have aligned everything, let me select the time together with the date and then the venue, and then let me align it to the prophetic all night. Let me bring it somewhere here, which is okay for me. So once we are done, it is left with our image. So let's go and bring in the image of your choice. I'm not going to leave the image for you, so you have to use your own image. Okay, the image of your choice, any image at all. You can just download the image online. Okay, so this is the image. Bring it to Photoshop. Once you have it in Photoshop, double click to accept, right click on the layer side to rasterize it. We are going to take off the background, then come to your left side. We are going to use this particular tool called magic word tool. Click on the white spacing and then delete. But I always prefer using the property here, and then come to removing background. So you click on remove background, and Photoshop is going to remove the background for you. So you could see that when I remove the background, mostly at times it can really affect the color of the shirts, but I mostly prefer this particular removal of the background. Okay, so there are so many ways of removing background depending on how you want your work. So once the background is removed, let's come to the blackened space in the negative shadow here, and then click on that. Come to filter, come to order, come to minimum, and then we are going to take off the white, any white edges around the image. Make sure that the radius is 1. Click on OK, select on this, and then you can now resize it. Okay, let's bring it somewhere here, and then let me expand the image. So this is what I have. Beautiful. This sounds good. Then let's bring in the name of the speaker. Okay, so that one, this is what I did, especially with this particular one. So let me show you very quick. So select the ellipse shape, and then make sure that you select black color, and then you draw your ellipse very nice, and then make sure you position it somewhere here. Okay. And what I did is to let me bring this particular image down on top, so you can shift it, make sure that it is on top of the background, and then select your ellipse shape, Ctrl J to duplicate, pick the last one, and then expand it. Let's pick the first one again, and this time we're going to reduce the opacity to, let's say, 35. Then the down one, we are reducing it to also 40, which is not bad. And then select the down one, come to ellipse, make sure that you set the fill to cancel. We don't want the fill, but we want the outer, which is the same as the stroke. And then with the stroke, we are going to leave it to 2. Okay, yes. And then let's select the down one again, and then this time around we're going to increase the, still remain your fill color to be 45. Okay, and then select the down one, which is the stroke one, rasterize it, and then we are going to pick this particular tool called the rectangular magic tool. Select this part, let me zoom it, and then cut this part off. This is beautiful. This is very simple. And then you do the same thing here, and then once you are done, select these two images, group them, Ctrl E, you can do that to merge them. And then when you are done, let's select our text to this one, Ctrl J to copy and bring it somewhere here. Make sure that it is on top of the ellipse shape, and then select, change our font to Monstrat, and this is going to be the name of the prophet. Then change the color to white. This is actually going to be a very simple design. Prophet Justin Aban Afo. Very simple. And then make sure, because the spacing is too much, okay, so just come to this side, and then the AA here, and then set it to auto. And then with the Afro, let me bring it down here. Very good. The font is too much. I'm going to pick 6, which is okay for me. Beautiful. And then going to copy this, double click, and this is going to be width. And with the width, I use this particular taken by Ventures Alternative. I'm also going to leave the link in the description for that. So let me reduce the size small, which is beautiful. And then with this, I use the same color that I use for the video. So this is the video, and you can see the gradient in the layer side. press on alternate. Let's copy the gradient and bring it to that of the width. Okay, and voila, here we go. That is it. Absolutely beautiful. And then press on Ctrl O to make sure it is fit. So this is, so you can see this is the original design that we have. And then, so if you don't like the color of the width, just double click on the gradient here and then come to the color side. I chose this particular color. I'm going to leave a link for you to have access to all these golden and then purple, all these gradients. I will leave a link in the description too for you to download it. So this is what I have, and this will be the end of this particular flyer. This looks amazing. The reason why I'm not bringing in any other details is because if you are using this particular flyer for your church, that will be very simple. And don't forget that please, you like this video, you comment if you have any question, if you have any particular design or anything that you want me to talk about, please leave a comment in the comment section and I will be glad to attend to you. If you want to save your work, come to file. You can use the save a copy or the save as to do that, but I particularly like using the export. Come to export as, click on that, and this, you can change the quality to great or any of your choice. And then if you don't like the format, you can change the format, but I really like this. And then go ahead and click on export, and then you will direct it to where you want it to go. Maybe you want to save it to desktop, or then you can save that. But please don't forget that I said I'm going to leave a link in the description for you to have access to this file, this particular file. Okay, all right. So without wasting my time, bye.